guys. So another channeled message and healing session for this one. So more specifically, I was picking up and feeling a lot around anxiety. So you could be feeling a lot of anxiety right now, but I wanted to dive a little bit deeper, have my guides tell me a little bit more about this collective and what's potentially causing the anxiety. So the first card that I pulled was Focus on the Light, and then the second card that I pulled is Against the Grain. So those two cards together were telling me that you found something that you are intrigued with, or maybe that you want to start doing, but it's not something that is typical. It's not something that's typically accepted within the norm of either your friend group or your family or coworkers, whatever it may be. This is actually a deep-seated wound of people pleasing and being kind of conditioned to follow, to not rock the boat, not make waves. So we're gonna heal an inner child wound around that, around the rocking the boat per se. And then the next two cards that I pulled were conscious connections. Throat chakra will be something that we hit as well. Conscious connections and trust yourself. So these two cards together told me fairly quickly that this has to do with your sense of comfort in being able to trust other people, right? You've had your trust broken quite a bit in the past. So there's still like some lingering residual energies that are kind of hanging around from that. So we're going to go ahead and remove those so that moving forward, you can be able to use your discernment. You can feel it in your body. You start to listen to yourself as you meet people and make connections to make sure that these connections are actually for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, with any of my healing sessions, you do not have to consent at the beginning. You are free to watch the healing all the way through to the end. And if it is something that you do want to consent to, you can go ahead and consent at the end. You don't have to rewatch the video, but if you would like to, that is also okay. What I'm going to be using, and there's another video that I posted on here about this as well. I'm going to be using Rainbow Light Code. So the difference between using Rainbow Light Code versus just the standard, pick a color and let's make it happen, is that the Rainbow Light Code actually works on all frequencies. So it does a kind of like a mass healing all at one time as I move it through your energy, and I pull out residual and stuck energies within you. And then I bring it back up through your foot, through your left foot into your receiving side. So that way you can receive full body healing at that point in time. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start the healing now. Please, like I said, if you just want to watch and then consent at the end, you are more than welcome to. You do not have to consent at the beginning. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is just ground us. So that way I can work through your energy. And my throat is, sorry, my voice is starting to shake. So you may be having a problem speaking about this new adventure, this new idea that you're attracted to. So I'm going to go ahead and ground us. Take a deep breath in and release. Good. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and start working on your aura. What I'm going to do first is just kind of brush out your aura, cleanse out what doesn't need to be there, residual energies. Sorry, my throat is bad. So if you've been having trouble speaking your mind, if you feel like there are things that you've left unsaid, if you feel like you have phlegm in your throat, these are all signs and symptoms of the throat chakra. So we will definitely work on that. But let's go ahead and start with your aura. So I'm going to start clearing out from your crown down your right side. And then I'm going to come back up through your left foot, and I'm going to come all the way back up to your crown, and I'm going to create this kind of loop. Okay. So let's go ahead and start on the right. Don't forget to be breathing. Push it down through the right foot into the earth. Cleanse that energy and then come back up. And as I'm bringing this energy back up, I am also clearing out your left side, which is your receiving side, of any stagnant energy, residual energy that does not need to be there. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and clear out your crown a little bit more. Good. Okay. Now I'm going to start going through your chakras, and I'm going to actually do, I'm going to focus on your root, your solar, and your sacral to start. And then we're actually going to move up to your throat because they're really pulling me up to your throat, but they do want the work done there. So this is, I'm going to be releasing these kind of old childhood wounds, abandonment wounds, perfection wounds, follower wounds, people pleasing, stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on your root, which is your red chakra at the base of your spine. And I'm just pulling some gunk out of there. Good. Now I'm just going to spin it. Good. All right, now let's move up to sacral, which is the orange chakra. Right next to, or right behind your belly button is the best way to identify that. Good. And we're going to come up to your solar. This is the yellow chakra. This is located like right where your rib cage connects, a little bit below that. This is your creativity center as well. So I feel like your creativity has probably been stunted by mindsets that you've been conditioned in seeing. So I just went ahead and remove some of that. Good. Okay, let me just check your heart really quick. Heart, I'm gonna go ahead and remove some of that. Okay. Heart is green. Good. Okay, and now I'm gonna move up to your throat. This is gonna be the last one that I hit. Sorry, I promise I'm not sick. Okay, so pulling. Okay, so I have your throat. Ooh. Oh, a lot of the childhood wounds were within the throat. Snap. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and my candle's going crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and respin your throat. Good. Okay. So healing session number 2, let me know how you guys felt in the comments. Please leave me a message and let me know if there's anything specifically that you would like me to work on. As far as personal healing sessions, they are a lot longer. They go a lot deeper. I go a lot further into your energy. So if you would like one of those, you can always go ahead and click the link in my bio and schedule some time with me. So I look forward to hearing from all of you, and thank you so much for staying.